Hey guys, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Pokemaniac, coming at you with, well, I suppose this would be my first Let's Play on this channel at least. And as you can see, look at those graphics. It is indeed Pokemon Platinum. Now, 4th gen, first of all, while being visually stunning, like even such an upgrade from, and I like the style of 3rd generation, don't get me wrong, but this is massive improvements. It holds a very interesting place in my heart. Because right after Pokemon Emerald, I kind of hit that age where I was like, oh, I'm too old for Pokemon now. That's kid stuff, and I kind of fell out of Pokemon, and I didn't play Pokemon for quite a few years. So when Diamond and Pearl first came out, all of that Pokemon in between, I never played. And then one day for my birthday, my parents got me a DS Lite and a copy of Pokemon Platinum. You know, they probably went in and said, hey, give me the, latest Pokemon game. I didn't ask for it or anything, but, if you're a lifelong Pokemon fan, your parents are gonna know. And yeah, it hooked me right back in, so without further ado, let's get this journey started.
Hello there, it's so very nice to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
Ooh, who's this snazzy chap?
My name is Rowan. However, everyone just calls me the Pokemon Professor.
Hey, that's stolen valor, buddy. People call Professor Oak the Pokemon Professor. And I think Elm? And maybe Birch. I think Birch is called the Pokemon Professor. Kind of takes all meaning out of that name now, doesn't it, huh?
Before I go any further, is this your first adventure?
Buddy, this ain't my first rodeo.
If you need advice, I'm certainly capable of giving it.
No, that's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it, though.
This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon.
Ooh,
I couldn't have guessed. Here I have a Pokeball.
Ooh, buddy. No need to flex on me.
Touch the button in the middle of the Pokeball, if you'd please.
If you'd please. I believe if you please would work just fine, but whatever. Alright, so what's that, like the A button?
No, not that button.
The button on the Pokeball. The button on the actual Pokeball? Is this even possible? That's right, there are touchscreen controls in this because it's a DS game. Even though you don't really use it too much, that's alright. It's cool to have.
We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends.
Not me, I live among Pokemon as enemies.
At times we play together, and at other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop. Real estate. Remember that guy in the first game in Vermilion City with the Machops? Develop closer bonds with them.
Oh, okay.
What do?
Well, I couldn't guess, Mr. Pokemon Professor.
I conduct research so that we may learn more about Pokemon. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a boy or are you a girl?
Well, if you didn't know, as cute as, Dawn's sprite looks, I am in fact a boy.
Alrighty, so you're a boy.
Yes.
Tell me, what is your name?
Well, if you must know, my name is in fact... See, touchscreen controls, pretty nifty, huh? My name is Jake, and I'm going to be your guide, here in the, 4th generation.
Your name is Jake?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're Jake.
Bro, listening skills, come on, man.
A fine name, that is.
Well, shoot, you it's no Pokemon Professor, but...
Now, this boy here, I believe he's your friend.
Oh, you believe he's my friend? He kind of looks like a dork. Like a real big dork. What might his name be? Well, if there's any friend I know who's a real big dork, I'd have to say that his name is Docky.
Docky, is it? That's your friend's name?
I know, kind of lame, isn't it? Yeah, that's his name.
Alright, Jake, the time has come. Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold.
Oh, man. This is really getting me in, like, the nostalgia, like, I'm really feeling it right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
On your journey, you will meet countless Pokemon.
Well, I mean like 400, just roundabouts,
people and Pokemon. I wonder how many people are in the People Dex. I'm sure that along the way, you'll discover many things, perhaps even something about yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I really did that. You know, doesn't matter how old I get. I love Pokemon. I don't know how else to say it.
Now, go on, leap into the world of Pokemon.
Don't mind if I do.
And oh my God!
He used a shrink ray. Honey, I shrunk the 10-year-old kid who lives in the next town over.
Pokemon are by our side always. I hope you understand the meaning of those.
Oh, that's still Rowan. That was the comment left by Prof. Rowan, who has returned to Sinnoh from the Kanto region. Oh, so that's probably what it is. He went to Kanto, talked to Professor Oak. He's like, oh, my Pokemon professor thinks I'm pretty nifty. So yeah, look at that. We actually watched our TV in this gen. Immediate improvement. That concludes our special program. Let's ask Professor Rowan. That is a very specific program. What if he's unavailable? Brought to you by Jubilife TV on Nationwide Net. See you next week. Same bat time. Same Poke time. Same Poke channel. All right, guys, and here we are. Oh, excuse me? Does privacy not mean anything? I already don't have a door. I just have stairs that lead up to my room. The least you could do is knock on something. There you are. Hey, Jake, did you just see the TV? Sure you did. Professor Rowan's, Prof. Rowan's that real important guy who studies Pokemon, right? That must mean he has lots and lots of Pokemon. So if we ask him, I bet he'd give us some Pokemon. Jeez, oh man, dude, chill for a second. You were wearing me out. Oh, hey, is this a new PC? Where was I? Oh, right, right. We're gonna go see Prof. Rowan. We're gonna go see Prof. Rowan and go get some Pokemon. I'll be waiting outside, okay, Jake? If you're late, I'm finding you 10 million Poke. Oh my god. That's like 100 real monies. All right, well, so as fast as Docky over here is, one of the things that I don't appreciate. Oh. Yeah. One of the things that I don't appreciate is how slow everything else seems to be. So let's bump our text speed up to fast real quick. Yeah, we'll keep all that going. Let's get a good frame. I don't know how they're gonna be. Ooh, some of these are pretty good. Kind of hard to beat last gen's frames though. Like, that one looks like a cookie. It makes me hungry. How about... You know what? I like this one. So we're gonna go with that. I think it feels really themed. Yep, so let's switch to the settings. All right, and now that everything's faster, we can... Oh, okay, our movement is still very slow. But hey, we got a Wii. It's controlled by a Wii remote. That's right, kids. There's a time before the Switch and even the Wii U. I mean, nobody knows what a Wii U is, but yeah. Funny enough, in this generation, there were some market improvements, one of them being unlimited item storage. Thank you, sign. So there's no more potions in your PC. You don't have to store items in there anymore, so we just don't get one, which is kind of upsetting. Jake! Docky already left. I don't know what he was about, but he sure was in a hurry. When is he not? Did you just come up to tell me that? You didn't have to get up, Mom. You could have just said something from there. All right, and oh my goodness. Oh, yes, Jake, don't go into the tall grass. Wild Pokemon might attack you. It would be okay if you had your own Pokemon. But you don't, so... Well, take care, sweetie. Thanks, Mom. That was real encouraging. Jeez, I get made fun of. Like, as soon as I walk down from my room, I get made fun of. That's just typical. All right, so, I guess don't go into the tall grass. Seems easy enough, and a little chilly around here, I hope. But yeah, so Barry was talking all this nonsense, and so let's go to his house. I guess... Oh, Barry, I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna keep doing that. It's Docky's house. All right, so let's go. Ow. Okay, bud. You need to slow down. Oof! What was that all about? Oh, hey, Jake. I'm gonna go see Professor Rowan. You should come too, and quickly. It's snow. Oh, jeez, I forgot something. Oh my gosh, that typical Docky. All right, let's go see what he forgot. Oh, hi, Docky's mom. How you doing, girl? Oh, hi, Jake. Hi. Are you looking for Docky? He was gone for a second, but then he just came running right back home. He just can't sit still, that boy. I wonder who he takes after. Don't know. She's too sweet for, Docky's energy, but let's go see what he's doing. I'd better take my bag and journal, too. Dude was about to run out without his bag. Oh my god, he almost fumbled the bag. Oh, hey, Jake, I'll be right waiting on the road. It's a 10 million poke fine if you're late. Dude, I don't have any money. I'm 10, bro. Don't do this to me. Also, I feel like the Twin Leaf Town real estate development just kind of went all cookie cutter with the housing and such. Alright, so let's head on up. See where that boy has run off to. Alright, what's your harebrained scheme this time, bud? You're too slow. That's a classic Docky with his blue spiky hair and his "you're too slows" and his running around at the speed of sound. Alright, actually I'm gonna do that that's his voice now. Alright, let's get moving to Prof. Rowan's lab. Wait, Docky, we're gonna die if we go into that grass. My mom said we're gonna get mauled by vicious wild animals. What? Don't go into the tall grass, right? No worries, no problem. It doesn't matter that we don't have any Pokemon. It's kind of funny, like, it's weird right here at the beginning how much they bring up how dangerous it is to go into the grass. Like, they try to hammer this home. Like, you were going to get mauled, you were going to get murdered by a Bidoof, and then it will munch on your corpse or something. Like, I don't know, but they keep hammering this point home. Trust me on this one, I've got an idea. Now listen, you know how wild Pokemon jump out when you go into tall grass? Yup. So, what you do is you scoot over to the next patch of grass before any wild Pokemon can appear. That is literally the exact opposite of what you are supposed to do if you want to avoid wild Pokemon. I'm not kidding either, even like mechanically in game. And this has been the case since 3rd generation. If you are running, you are more likely to encounter a Pokemon than if you are walking. So, you know, kind of just it's give and take of the either spend more time in the grass going slowly or spend less time in the grass, but you're going to hit more Pokemon. If we just keep dashing, we can get to Samich? We can get to Samich Town without running into any wild Pokemon. That is actually such a Sonic type solution. Okay, stick with me. All right, buddy, you're the boss. You go first. Okay, here it goes. On your marks. Yeah.
Hold it!
Ugh. Oh my gosh, a creepy old man just walked out of the woods and approaching 10-year-olds.
You two don't seem to have any Pokemon between you.
No, they keep them in balls, not in between us.
Then what's the meaning of getting into tall grass?
Now I'll show you. Hey, Jake, this old guy. That's Professor Rowan, isn't it? What's he doing here? Yeah, I don't rightfully know, but I think you're right, bud.
They tried to go into the tall grass because they wanted Pokemon. What to do?
I'm telling you, like, again, this is one of those things, like, Rowan stops you, because it's like, you're gonna die if you go into the tall grass without any Pokemon.
Their world would surely change if they were to meet Pokemon. Is it right for me to put them onto that path?
Now, see, this is something else I really like about Rowan, is, like, he's actually kind of got, like, the, you know, actual foresight, the responsibility, of an adult to really, like, think, should I give attack animals to 10-year-olds and have them fight with them? But after a very short deliberation,
you two, you truly love Pokemon, don't you?
I literally had a speech about this, like, during the intro. Yes, of course I do. Me too. I love Pokemon too.
I will ask you once again. You two, you truly love Pokemon, don't you?
Bro, he really has a listening problem. What? You can ask 100 times. The answer will never change. We'll both answer 100 times. We love Pokemon. I maybe right around like 70 or so. I might flip it up. Just, you know, it'd be funny. Right, Jake? Oh, here's my opportunity. That joke's getting old. Okay, whatever. Wise guy. What? You can ask 100 times. The answer will never change. Well, yeah. We love Pokemon. Yes.
A pair of reckless kids who foolishly try to enter tall grass without Pokemon of their own? It worries me what people like that would do with Pokemon.
Again, like, solid judgment. I would not trust Docky with I wouldn't trust Docky with a butter knife and a pair of safety scissors, let alone a Pokemon, a pocket monster.
Well, well then forget about me, but give a Pokemon to my friend here.
I'm sorry, Docky. I take back everything I said about you.
I mean, it was me who tried to go into the tall grass and all.
I don't quite know the pronunciation for exclamation point, but
how big of you. Very well then, I will trust you two with Pokemon. I apologize for putting you through that exercise. However, you must promise me that you will never recklessly endanger yourselves again.
what is going to kill me in the tall grass? Seriously, there are beavers and little birds, and I think crickets.
Now then. Now, where did I put that thing?
Oh, and now ladies are trotting out of the woods too.
Professor Rowan, you left your briefcase at the lake.
Pop, where'd that come from? That is bigger than your body.
Oh, is something wrong here?
Ah, there it is. Dawn, nice work. What I was about to do was entrust these two with their own Pokemon.
Pardon? Again, someone with some logic.
Those Pokemon are hard to replace. Are you sure about giving them away?
She's right too. You can't find these Pokemon in the wild.
We exist side by side with Pokemon. There comes a time when people should meet Pokemon. There's a world that should be explored together. For them, today is that time. The place, right here. Go on, open the briefcase and choose a Pokemon.
Wow. Just right here, out in the wild, right next to the murderous animals that are living in the tall grass right next to us. All right, after we just met.
Really? Professor Rowan? I can't believe it. I'm so happy now that I can't keep a straight face. Hey, Jake, you can choose first. I'm practically a grown-up. I have to show some class here.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, no, I know exactly what that means. It means you're putting on the guise of being the bigger man, but really what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take. Oh, is that one of the dangerous creatures in the tall grass? It's hideous. But he's just gonna take the Pokemon that's strong against mine, isn't he? Yeah. Well. All right. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, fancy. All right.
Look, these are Pokeballs. There's a Pokemon in each one. Now choose, which will it be?
Well, I don't know if that's him or Rowan, but well, let's go over our options here. So, first off, there's the tiny leaf Pokemon, Turtwig. Turtwig is a phenomenal Pokemon, and that's going to be kind of a running theme for these starters. Like, I'm not kidding you. These starters are probably, like, arguably the best starters you can get. Like, they're just that useful. Turtwig, fantastic. It's slow, but it's got great attack, and it's got some great defense. When it fully evolves into Torterra, it turns into a grass ground type Pokemon, and that dual typing, while it's not great, like defensively, it more than makes up for it offensively, and it gets great moves like, Razor Leaf, Earthquake. Phenomenal Pokemon. Like, honestly, with just this Pokemon and one more Pokemon that we're gonna catch in the next route, you can get through the whole game with those two. That's how good this Pokemon is. Just phenomenal type coverage when it comes to offense. And up next, we've got Chimchar, the chimp Pokemon. Now, once again, this is arguably the best, maybe second best starter out of all of the games, period. And I don't necessarily mean that, like, design-wise, it's really cool, like, it's cute and everything, but I mean, like, stat-wise, it is phenomenal. It has immense attack, special attack, and speed. It is like the first genuine mixed attacker that you can get, and since it's 4th gen and the physical special split has occurred, I'm not really going to go over it because there's been more time with Pokemon with the physical special split than there has been without it, so it doesn't really make sense since you already understand the mechanics of it. But this was really like the first Pokemon that was a dedicated mixed attacker, and it is phenomenal on either the physical or the special front, and it's so fast. Like, I cannot get over how good this Pokemon is. And last up, we've got Piplup, the penguin Pokemon, and oh my god, look how adorable that thing is. Once again, phenomenal Pokemon. Piplup, while what it doesn't make up, while it lacks in speed, it really makes up for in special attack and special defense. So it's kind of like the opposite of what Turtwig is. So like when Turtwig evolves into Torterra, it's got great defense and attack. Piplup, when it evolves into Empoleon, while being a water steel type, which is pretty dang good when it comes to like resistances and defenses, it gets pretty massive special attack and special defense. You really can't go wrong choosing here. The only thing I would say is not super beneficial is the fact that these Pokemon don't all necessarily get fantastic level up moves, particularly Piplup. Great Pokemon in Empoleon, and I can highly recommend it, but just really doesn't get great moves leveling up. But for this run, I guess I just have to go with probably one of the best starters ever made, and that is Chimchar, the chimp Pokemon.
Okay then, I choose you. I'm picking Piplup.
Of course you would. I knew it. That's such a classic Docky, to wait for me to pick my Pokemon and then pick the one that's good against it.
Very well. Both of you have chosen good Pokemon, it seems.
Well, yeah, I'm not kidding you. There's not a bad choice here.
Now, listen well. The Pokemon you have been entrusted with are unfamiliar with the world. In that regard, they are much like you.
Ouch?
As fellow newcomers to this world, I hope we'll do well together. If you have any trouble, come see me at my lab in Samish Town. And now we'll be on our way. This way, Dawn.
Professor, wait for me, please. I'm sorry, please let me pass.
That wasn't stopping you. My hand, look, you see my hands, they're up here. I wasn't stopping her. All right, see ya. Hope she has a Pokemon.
How do you like that? Professor Owen's really nice. On TV, he seems so stern and scary.
Yeah, but he still seems kind of concerned, like stern here too. I mean, maybe he just didn't want to watch two kids get mauled, but yeah, who knows? Look at that little charge up. I love that. It's these little details in this game. Like, again, along with the graphics being updated, they're able to do so much more of these like little things, and that little like kind of rev up animation. Brilliant.
Jake, we've both got Pokemon now. There's only one thing to do, right? Are you up for this?
I was born ready, Barry. Yes.
I've always wanted to say this. The time has finally come. Jake, I challenge you to a battle.
And it's time to duel.
All right. Oh, and there's his little dance. First instance of trainer animation, and a Pikmin trainer. Well, I guess he'd be fine against the wild Pokemon. Just use your Pikmin. So yeah, here we are with my Chimchar and Barry's Piplup. Since he's got Piplup, it's got Pound and Growl. My Chimchar here, as you can see, has both Scratch and Leer. And if either of you had Turtwig, it would have Tackle and Withdraw. So pretty fair matchups, I would say. But now it's time for us. Docky, I'm sorry to have to do this to you for your first battle ever. But we're going to hit you with that Scratch. And it's going to hurt quite a bit.
We show no mercy.
All right. Oh, look at that. Nice little bit of damage. And, of course, Growl. You can basically just mash A through this.
What? That one hurt you.
I'll bet it did. Hurt your ego more than it hurt your Pokemon. You can basically mash A through this whole thing. The AI trainer's not, like, the AI for the rival trainer's not very great at this point. This battle isn't really consequential either, so, like, if, you know, God forbid you happen to lose or anything, it's really not going to make too much of a difference in the story. Okay, we're going to keep on growling, but that's what I'm talking about. Again, you can just keep hitting Scratch, and you're going to end up winning anyway, so... once again, fantastic. Let's get a crit here, Chimchar. That would be awfully nice of you. Okay. And another growl. Come on. That's like what? I'm like -5. What are you growling for?
No way. We can keep going. This is where we hit our stride.
Yeah. All right, bud. All right, so we're going to have to humiliate Docky a little more. Just keeps on growling. But see, this is what I mean. Like, the AI is not exactly, like, fantastic. So you can just literally breeze your way through this. How am I not How am I not at the absolute minimum attack at this point? And can you please get a crit? Oh, sure, now he's attacking. Okay, critical hit. Okay. Maybe he's gonna keep growling. We can use Leer here to counteract at least one of those growls. But this is getting a little perilous. Okay. Would have been really useful to have a potion in my PC. I guess I'm out of usable Pokemon. I paid out 40 bucks. And I blacked out.
I won! I won! But that battle, it could have gone either way. It was that close.
Not even. He thrashed me. Soundly. Oh, I'm not gonna hear the end of this.
I can tell you one thing. Battling is awesomely fun. Okay, let's go home.
You're gonna have to carry me, bud. I blacked out. You literally knocked me out. Not just my Pokemon, I blacked out.
I'm beat after that battle. My Pokemon needs rest too. See ya, Jake.
Don't leave me here, you monster. Alright, and then waking back up at home. What's the matter, dear? I lost my first Pokemon battle. That's what's wrong. Wow. That's what happened to you? Oh, jeez. Now my mom's going to give me a hard time about it. I feel like she's like... I don't know. Maybe she expects a lot. You and Docky are lucky to have met Professor Rowan. Imagine if you didn't. I wouldn't like to think what the... What is... Seriously! What is up with everyone and talking about how dangerous the wild Pokemon are? They would have just torn you limb from limb. I would have had to go identify your body out in the wild. Jake, go see Professor Rowan and thank him properly for your Pokemon. His lab is in Sandwich Town, isn't it? Now that you have your own Pokemon, the tall grass won't be so threatening. So even then, like so threatening. Oh, I know, Jake, put these on. And, oh, thank God. Thank you, Mom. Oh my gosh. Finally, we don't have to worry about moving slow anymore. Like, at all. Going to Sandwich Town is an adventure in itself. Well, I wouldn't call it that. With those running shoes, you can get faraway places much faster. Okay, let me read the What shoes come with instructions? Yeah, press B button and you can dash. Yeah, yep, I get it. Yep. Wasn't that just nifty? It is. And something that is even more nifty. Now, again, 4th Gen has had many innovations and like graphical upgrades and this and that. None of it comes even close to this. You can finally run indoors. Oh, this is the greatest change from 3rd to 4th generation, being able to run indoors. It is phenomenal, and it's great. It's the little things that just make this game, this generation, phenomenal. All right, and if that's the case, let's head on over to Sandwich Town. And oh well, look who it is.
Too slow. Jake, I'm sick of waiting. I'm gonna go see Professor Rowan so I can thank him properly.
Oh, did your mom have a talking to you too?
So I had this great idea. Okay, listen up, okay? You know that lake where we always play? You know how they say they're legendary Pokemon live?
Oh, I do now.
You guessed it. Let's catch that Pokemon.
Docky. Buddy. Bub. I love you to death. And I think there are many things you can do. Catching a legendary Pokemon is not on that list, bud.
That'll make Professor Rowan happy, I'm sure of that. Me and you together, we've got nothing to fear.
Yeah, you just got that big confidence boost since beating me in the stupid battle. We're going slow, though. I know how fast you like going. No, I can't do that. So, yeah, coming over this way, we're at Verity Lakefront. So, over here, Lake Verity ahead. According to legend, this lake is the home to the Pokemon that is said to be the being of emotion. Wow, great. So our first, big Pokemon battle, big Pokemon capture is going to be the emo Pokemon. It is because of this Pokemon that we can experience sorrow and joy. Yeah, well, I have a whole lot of that when it comes to Docky.
All right, we're at the lake. Get ready because we're capturing the legendary Pokemon.
Oh, trust me on this one. It says it's here. It even says so on the sign. Yeah, I don't. There are a lot of signs that say a lot of things, and I will be cold and dead in my grave before I let a sign tell me what to do. All right. What's going on? Oh, someone already here? Is this one of those wild Pokemon that are going? Oh no, it's talking. So it's a guy.
The flowing time, the expanding space. I will make it all mine one day. Cyrus is my name. Remember it. Until then, sleep while you can. Legendary Pokemon of the Lake Bed.
Well, he seems to be right at home at the Emo Lake.
Allow me to pass. Step aside.
Why? Everyone talks about how the Pokemon are going to kill you, and they always want you to let them pass. At least that one, you actually had to let him pass. What was that about, weird guy? I know, did you see his hair? Okay, Jake, let's catch that legendary Pokemon. Kyun! Oh my god, wait. Was that you? You Catboy, Docky? Oh, I guess it wasn't. Wow, I guess the sign was right, actually. Did you hear that, Jake? That was the legendary Pokemon crying. That had to be it. See, it's even crying. Like, this is the Emo Lake. I don't want to be here. Okay, this is our chance. Let's catch it. Wait, what? We don't have anything on us. You know, Pokeballs, P-O-K accent E balls. I love the dialogue in this game too. Again, being away from Pokemon and coming back to this, that's hilarious. That's funny right there. Like, this is good writing. I like it. If we don't have those, we can't catch Pokemon or take them around with us. Do you think Prof. Rowan would give us some if we asked him? I don't know. I mean, he already gave us, like, really rare Pokemon. I kind of feel bad asking him for too much. I don't think that's what he meant by, like... Yes, I know he said come see him if you need help, but I don't know if that's exactly what he meant. He said to visit him in his lab if we need anything. Okay, Jake, I'll race you. First one to Professor's lab in Sandwich Town rules. Okay, so apparently I'm too slow. But yeah, there's a patch of grass here as well. You can get, you know, very similar Pokemon. But on that note, guys, we are going to head to Sandwich Town that we've heard so much about. So yeah, coming right along. We're here at Route 201, getting ready to enter this wild grass. I'm actually like pretty scared to enter this grass, considering all the what's gonna kill me. Oh, and it's a Starly. Yeah. Thanks, Mom, Professor Rowan, everybody, game. So scary. Yeah, I would hate to run into one of these. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? Like, first of all, starlings aren't exactly the most threatening birds, like IRL. And also, like, forgive me, I mean, this might be my ego talking, but I'm pretty sure I could take on, like, at least 10 of these things. Like, if they all came at me at once, if I had a little bit of prep time, I'm pretty sure, like, I could just, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, real intimidating, I guess. We're already kind of behind. If we would have won the battle against Docky, our rival, we would have been able to get an extra level already. Wild Pokemon lurk in the tall grass. They can come bursting out at any time. So if you're wanting to battle wild Pokemon, just walk on tall grass. If you want to avoid wild Pokemon, stay out of the tall grass. Thanks, genius. How am I supposed to do that when this is the only route? Because there's a ledge over here. Just real quick, though, heading kind of back over toward the Verity Lakefront. We can get ourselves a tiny mushroom, which is our first item. Very weird first item, I suppose, but I can't complain. The only use for tiny mushrooms is to sell so you can get more money, so you can buy better items. Yeah. What do you have to say?
If your Pokemon's health, that's its HP, is getting low, you should go home and get some rest.
Well, thank you, lady who's just walking around. And how about this guy? Hi! I work at the Pokemart. Do you know that Pokemon's health is measured by hit points, HP? Yes, that kind of girl down there, just informed me. If your Pokemon runs out of HP, it faints. You can't battle anymore. Boy, don't I know it, buddy. If a Pokemon's HP get low, you should heal with a potion. Here, let me give you a potion as a free sample. First one's free. It'll automatically go in the medicine pocket of your bag. So that's right, we get ourselves a potion, which would have been really useful in our previous battle, but continuing onward, see that dashing through the grass, Barry's idea was, or Docky's idea, was not fantastic. So here we go. Chimchar, another Starly. We're gonna scratch that all on the floor. Scratch that. Yeah, just a couple scratches. So for these first few episodes, I'm kind of just gonna leave in the wild encounters we get, since a lot of these Pokemon are gonna be like, new, and we can see the animations and everything. But as we go on, I'm gonna start cutting them out unless it's a Pokemon we haven't seen so far. And that's just so I can kind of give my opinion on it. What does Dork have to say? That ledge is one way. Jump down for a shortcut to Twin Leaf. Okay, and we're already at Sandwich Town. I'm actually going to battle one more Pokemon so we can level Chimchar up here. And oh, there it is. Look at that thing. Like, seriously, how are they going to say that they're going to get mauled by vicious wild Pokemon and then this thing's going to pop up in front of us? Oh, look how adorable. Big old teeth. Alright, so a couple scratches ought to do it. I mean, Bidoofs really aren't anything super special, despite how fluffy and adorable they are. Like, seriously, arguably, Bidoof is probably like the best, like, first route rodent in any generation. And here we are, level 6. Alright, that's something we should have already had, but I guess fate wasn't on our side. And here we are in Sandwich Town, and oh, look who it is. Miss Socktop herself.
Oh, there you are. Please come with me. The professor is waiting.
Okay.
This is it, our Pokemon research lab.
Kind of small for a lab.
Let's go. Let's go.
Thud. Oof! Donkey. Chill.
What the? Oh, it's you, Jake. That old guy. He's not so scary. He's not scary so much as he is totally out there.
Bro. Oh, put a filter on it, dude. I mean, seriously, do you think about what you're gonna say?
It doesn't matter, Jake. I'm out of here. Smell you later.
That's past trauma coming up. I know he said see you later.
Wow, what was that?
Hey, I have no idea. Went by like a little blue blur.
Your friend sure seems to be really, impatient. Well, anyway, let's go inside.
Alrighty. And, whoa! It's much bigger on the inside. I'll tell you what.
Well, look who's here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess you probably could have guessed if you saw Docky run into here a little bit earlier.
Jake, was it? Let's have a look at your Pokemon.
Please don't. I know. It's got its butt kicked already.
I see. Pokemon seems to be rather happy.
Aw, wow. Even though we lost our first battle, Chimchar still loves me.
Entrusting you with this Chimchar was no mistake, it seems.
Well, I'm glad one of us thinks so.
Well, would you like to give it a nickname?
Of course, I would love to give my Chimchar a nickname. And I think I have the perfect nickname. And it was going to change depending on whether I got a male Chimchar or a female Chimchar. But since we got the male Chimchar, I believe it's only appropriate that his name be Zuko. And if it was a female, obviously, I would have named it Azula, so.
Okay, I see, and you're happy with that?
I'm, like, really happy with that nickname. I've been holding on to this for a hot minute, so.
When I first saw you two about to step into the tall grass without a Pokemon, I was shocked.
Bro, again?
I was astounded by these foolhardy children. But now you've astounded me in an entirely different type of way.
I've known you for, like, one day, dude. You're coming on a little too strong.
Already there's a bond growing between you and that Pokemon. I feel privileged to have met you.
Aw, shucks.
I'm sure Chimchar feels the same way about you.
I hope. I really do feel bad.
That's why I'll ask you to cherish that Chimchar of yours.
Can do.
I'm so glad you're kind toward that Pokemon. If you weren't, I'd have to. Oh, I just can't say it.
Dang! I don't have to be worried about the wild Pokemon. I gotta be worried about Dawn here. Oh my god, and the music cut out and everything.
Yeah, Professor Owen's like, okay, let's chill, Dawn. Let's move on to the main topic. There's something I want you to do for me.
Okay, here's the strings that are attached. See, that's the thing. Kids, if you ever accept a Pokemon from a strange man who comes out of the woods, there's always going to be strings attached to it.
Allow me to properly introduce myself first. My name, as you know, is Rowan. I study Pokemon. First of all, I want to know exactly what kinds of Pokemon live in the Sinnoh region. To do so, it is necessary to collect data using the Pokédex.
Alright, it's been a hot minute since I've had a Pokédex on them.
This is what I wish to ask of you. I want to entrust you with this here Pokédex. Will you use it to record data on all of the Pokemon in Sinnoh for me?
Yeah, I think we can manage that. And again, another change from this game is he does that a lot. I guess that's his happy noise. That's his eager face. One of the changes here is that you don't actually have to catch the Pokemon to complete the Pokédex. You just have to see them. And another like really nice change too is that you have the opportunity to see every single Pokemon, regardless of what version you're playing. If you battle all the trainers, you will eventually see every single Pokemon Sinnoh has to offer.
Good answer.
And we obtain the Pokédex.
That Pokédex is a very high-tech device. It will automatically record data on every kind of Pokemon you encounter. Jake, I ask that you go everywhere and meet every kind of Pokemon in this region.
I've got one too!
A region or a Pokédex?
When you walked up to Route 201 with your Pokemon, what did you feel?
It was kind of hot, honestly. Well, no, it's a little cold. My left butt cheek hurt a little bit from walking.
I've lived here for 60 long years. Even now I get a thrill when I'm with Pokemon. Now, you should know that there are countless Pokemon in this world.
Again, I'm thinking around 400 at this point in time. About 1,000 right now.
That means there are just as many thrills waiting for you out there. Now go! Jake, your grand adventure begins right now.
Oh, is he gonna shrink me again? I'm already small enough. I don't have the pixels for this, man.
The Pokemon that I met for the first time was Turtwig. If you would have chosen Turtwig on Route 201, we'd have the same Pokemon now.
I kind of get the feeling if I had Turtwig, you would have had Piplup.
Not that it matters, but anyway, I'm Dawn. I also helped the professor add pages to the Pokédex. So in a sense, I'm just like you.
She's literally me, guys.
I just got a little head start on you, that's all. I'd be happy to teach you things. Glad to meet you, Jake.
So, like, does she have, like, two personalities? Like, hey, bud, like, she works for you, right? Like, does she get all murdery, like, every so often? I don't know. But anyway, guys, on that note, I say that is the perfect place to end off the very first episode of Pokemon
Jake!
Well, just interrupt me, why don't you?
I have something good here. You should take this as well.
And we get TM27. He's not kidding. That is very good. TM27 is the move Return.
Using a technical machine, or TM for short, teaches a move instantly to a Pokemon. Bear in mind, however, that a TM is single use only.
Something that they changed in later generations, but Return's a very good Pokemon. Very good Pokemon. It's a very good TM. Gains power the more friendly your Pokemon is with you. It can get up to, like, I believe it's 102 base power, as long as your Pokemon, as long as your friendship is high enough.
I'll send you off with the wish that your journey will be fun.
Oh, thanks, Prof.
Oh, wow. I didn't know the professor had TMs.
When you say it, it sounds like a disease or something, like,
oh my god. I did not even know Professor Rowan had the TIMs. Was he a trainer when he was young? Okay, Jake, I'll act as your mentor.
Okay. I'm not going to say no to the crazy girl, okay?
I've got a bit more experience than you do as a trainer and as the professor's assistant. Okay, follow me!
Which is a Pokemon move. So, Dawn's going to show us around a little bit.
This building with the red roof is the Pokemon Center. It's the place that heals Pokemon that have been hurt in battle. You can find Pokemon Center in most towns. The building with the blue roof over here is the Pokemart. It's a shop where you can buy and sell items and medicine. Jake, since you're a novice trainer, you probably won't be able to buy many kinds of merchandise.
So that's another system in this game. All the shops, like all the marts, are the same.
Don't let it bother you.
Too late, Dawn. Too late. It's bothering me. The way you said it, it bothers me. But all of the marts, depending on how many badges you have, that'll increase the number and type of items you can buy. So right now, since we don't have any badges, it's gonna start out with very limited supplies. But on the bright side is that once you do get some more badges. Every single shop updates, so you can come back to any shop. You don't have to go around to specific shops for specific things.
Don't you need to let your family know you're going to be helping Professor Rowan with the Pokedex? You may need to go far away, so I think you should let someone know. Oh, before you go, heal up your Pokemon at the Pokemon Center. It'll be a lot less scary that way. Okay, bye now.
All right, bye, Dawn. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Professor Rowan and Dawn, I think that's a great place to start to stop our very first episode. Right here with our very first Pokemon, Zuko, level 6 now. But yeah, guys, so that's going to be it for our very first episode. If you liked what you saw, smash that subscribe button, like, dislike, whatever you're feeling like. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later.